What up YouTube, it's Misery's Company. In today's video, I want to talk about, is Diablo Immortal dying? This game has been out for over a year now, and we are now facing ourselves with the second year. Now I've been lucky enough to be part of the partner program for a few months now, and actually was part of sort of the sneak peeks as to what's coming next. So I want to talk about the future of Diablo Immortal, and if I think that it is coming crashing down, or if it's in a good spot. Let's get straight to it. Now, for sort of some B-roll, if you will, I'm going to be doing my new Immortal dailies. So we just became Immortal. Again, I sort of batch all of my content on Mondays, in case you guys didn't know that. So as of the time of this recording, it is Monday, and I'm just became a Immortal. So I'm doing all of my normal Monday things. Perfect. I got some hilts because I was running low, so love that. Then I had to do my day one Immortal things. Let's see how I did. I don't think I did particularly well. Okay. And then let's go to the Hilts Trader. So what do I think about Diablo Immortal? Do I think it's dying? The game has been out now for a hot minute, and we've seen a lot of newness that has come to the game. But is it enough to keep Diablo Immortal going strong? I don't want to say I'm concerned with Diablo Immortal. I am optimistic, though, that where we are and where we're going is in a bright spot. You know, I think that if we look at how this game started exactly, over a year ago now, had a pretty rough start. I think we can all admit that. Pay to win, very, very heavy. Ripped a new one by, any and everyone. All media sources were just trashing this game. And with every update, it does feel like it's gotten better. But there are some pretty obvious things that are leaving people very, very frustrated, such as PvP. Battlegrounds is still incredibly rough and hard to enjoy. I tried myself to push to Legendary, and honestly, I don't think mentally I could have gotten there. I made it to Gold 1-ish in that area, and then, for my mental health, I don't think I could have kept going. It was just so frustrating to deal with it at all times, and, to deal with the randomness, just everything goes into grinding and PvP, guys. It wasn't an enjoyable experience. That's a good preview. I love that. There's a lot of little bugs like that that are still in the game, but let's go ahead and report. But overall, every update has brought either quality of life changes or some amount of good things to the game. We got a new class in the Blood Knight, which was huge. Everyone loved it. And maybe we'll get a new class. I have no idea. And it'll be interesting to see what that does for the game. I don't think Diablo Immortal is dying. I think that it is still continuing to get new players in the game, which is a really, really good thing. And not only that, but they have spent a good amount of time to ensure I'm trying to do what you're asking me. Okay. I think it's really important for a game of this size to continue to invest in the beginning stages of the game, because if new players stop coming to the game and don't make it to end game where we're at, the game will die. So while people might not necessarily like that, we get new development towards the beginning parts of the game, you want people to catch up. Wow, that's a lot of wings. You want people to be able to catch up. You want people to be able to get to where you're at within reason and really be able to, experience the game at a high level, because that's what's going to keep the game going. Because naturally people will fall off. People get bored of games, they change their mind and they lose interest. So you're going to have people from the top, being the end game, fall off. And if there's no one there to replenish, that's when the cycle of a game dies. And that's what we're sort of seeing in Diablo Immortal, is that we're still getting new players, which is perfect. That's what you want to see. I'm going to go ahead and try 351 for this. I don't think I've done it before. I don't even know if I can. But is it 351? Yeah, 531. I'm apparently dyslexic. All right, cool. Yeah, it's orange. I should be able to do it. Anyway, so I think that it's really important that they continue to invest new development into that new game, new player experience, whether it be a new class. New class is such a good thing to bring in new players, as long as that experience is a good one when they do decide to go ahead and download the game and try that new class. We saw that with the Blood Knight when the new class came out, being the Blood Knight. We saw a lot of new things that players could do in terms of, they basically redid all the voice lines for the Blood Knight, so that way throughout leveling it was a different experience, so people could go back and do it again if you're a returning player or a player that's been playing. And then you also had the ability of, obviously being a new player, you could just come in and just play the Blood Knight for the first time. So that brought in new players, that brought back returning players, and the people that have been playing this game the whole time felt like they weren't getting punished, right? And that's the balance. You want to make sure that you don't punish the existing players while focusing too much on the old or new players. You want to make sure that everyone is happy, and man, I don't envy them. You know, and we've had some misses, right? Familiars were a huge addition to the game, and I think it was generally widely accepted. There were some pretty obvious flaws in my opinion. It is by far the most complex game mechanic that I've ever seen in a mobile game, or any game for that matter. I honestly, like, I've made 3 separate videos, I've made short videos, I've made a thumbnail that basically covered everything that you need to do, which was just to not meld. Like, that alone didn't need to be a video. Just the thumbnail alone was enough information for you to be like, oh, okay, cool, that's all I need to know, don't meld. And it's true, there's no reason for you to meld in Diablo Immortal for the familiars. There's zero benefit to it. The people in that comment section originally who were arguing with me, you're wrong. Your resources are better spent converting over and over again and just relying on the RNG, which there is too much RNG, and it's a broken system, right? The familiars are a bit of a miss now that we know more about them, but it was still a really cool addition. And I think it's so important that we keep getting those new additions, that again, a new player could come to the game and could get a familiar. That's awesome. That's what we need in the game. So going into, you know, the rest of 2024, I look forward to seeing what sort of newness, I'm about to die, what sort of newness, I don't want to die, what sort of newness we're gonna get in terms of either new big changes. You know, as of the time of this video, we haven't even gotten our first major update for the year yet, so I have no idea what's in store. But as long as they continue to deliver on pleasing the existing players without punishing them, but also improving and continuing to make the new players or returning players feel welcome and feel like they can catch up within reason, is awesome. And that's what they need to continue doing, and that's what's going to make Diablo Immortal different than a lot of other games, where I'll use Genshin Impact. Huge game, in fact probably arguable to be bigger than Diablo Immortal, but to enter that game, you feel like you will never catch up. So that's why new players don't necessarily go to the game, and that's what hurts that game. You know, you want to make sure that you feel like new players can come to your game and really enjoy it. Cool, level up. Oops, I haven't been immortal in a hot minute, man. I forgot all these dailies. It's the first 3 days where you get to, like, you have to do these first few things. Complete any dungeon. I need to do a lot of dungeons actually, because I haven't done my dungeons in 3 days. So I let them stack up. I got a lot of stuff to do in game today. Whew, gonna be busy. But that's the cool thing about the game, is that while we're talking about it, I don't feel like I was punished for not playing. In fact, there are catch-up mechanics in place that I am now still able to get all the same rewards for the last 3 days in terms of daily activity rewards, and the 3 dungeons that I missed, I can still do now. Now, if I were to go past 3 days, that's when you start to really miss out on things, and that's where it starts to feel bad. But I had a very busy weekend, and now that it's Monday, I have time on my time to play. Oh, cool. Love this. This is fantastic. Now I can skip to the end of the boss and do it a little bit quicker. But there's so many catch-up mechanics in the game and things that allow you to just feel more, I don't know, appreciated for the time that you spend in the game. I don't feel like my time is wasted. There's so many things that I could do if I wanted to sit here and play 24 hours a day, and man, I wish I could. So, like, honestly guys, if you want to help me get to that point where I can, you know, quit my main job at some point and play Diablo Immortal all day long, consider smashing that like button and subscribe button. Or if you want to take it a step farther and really, you know, help the channel out, consider becoming a member. Members get all sorts of really cool emotes in the game. It's $4.99. It's a you know, pretty simple subscription. You support the channel. It helps support me in my endeavors to try to become a full-time content creator. And ultimately, that is, I always joke with my wife, it's sort of like, it's my retirement plan, is YouTube. I would love to retire at some point in my life from working my, you know, normal job and be able to just do YouTube. I think that's such a cool goal. And is it realistic? I don't know. You know, I don't know. Maybe at some point in my life it'll be an option. I do love my job, and I'm not trying to like retire like tomorrow, but you know, something as far as just a membership goes a long way. But even if you can't afford it and you just want to support me by liking the video and subscribing to my channel and watching my content, that alone helps me on that journey as well, guys. And I really appreciate all of you. I've enjoyed playing, you know, live streaming and getting to know you guys more via live streams, and so I want to do more stuff like that where I get to engage with, you know, the company and with the community as a whole. So I think we take damage out here, don't we? Pretty sure we do. But yeah. So all in all, I'm loving the game. I think it's such a great game. Like I've never felt this passionately about a mobile game in my life, and you know, I look forward to the new updates. Every single time we get a new update, I'm like, I can't wait to play the game. I play with my son a little bit, so now it's like a family thing. Like Diablo Immortal is more than just a game. It's a huge community. You know, I have family members now that play the game, and you know, they're watching my older videos of like, oh cool, like, you know, how do I do this or how do I do that? And it's so cool that they can enjoy my content with me, because this is sort of like my passion project, and then be able to, you know, have fun and still catch up in the game that I love. And it's cool. It's a really good experience, guys. So all in all, I'm loving Diablo Immortal. I think it's going to be here for years to come. I think they are investing in this game in the long term. My plea is just that they continue to invest in a way that helps returning players stay interested, but also help new players come in and feel like they are included in the overall community. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, I don't think Diablo Immortal is going anywhere, but I would love to see what you guys think. So until next time, I hope to see you in a video soon.